G'day golfers! Well, what's your favourite golf training aid? Comment below, we'd love to hear from you. Well, today's a little bit different. We thought we'd introduce you to our golf coaching studio here at Monash Golf Academy and to give you some insight into the different golf training aids we use to help you to improve your golf game. Now stick around to the end and I'll show you my favourite golf training aid. It should be yours too. I'm Glenn Haynes. Welcome to Aussie Golf Pros. So let's start with my little bag of tricks. I take this around to all of my lessons, and all of the items that I've got in here really help us to help players improve, and quite often through an external focus of attention. So I've got quite a few bags of goodies here. First and foremost, it's a bag of, I've got a load of marker pens in here. So if you've watched some of the videos in the past, you'll notice that we use marker pens for a lot of feedback, quality feedback. Little mark on the ball transfers onto the golf club. So that gives us some feedback on some ball striking. If it's a driver or a 3-wood black face, then I've got the dry shampoo there. Sprays a little bit of white powder on the driver. Again, quality feedback on ball striking. Use those a lot. Bunch of tees in there. Need that wherever I go, that one. So what we have here, impact ball. We've got a couple of those, a couple of different sizes. So they're quite difficult to use, so I don't use them too often, but I like to use them for personal practice. So with a golf club, they pop between the elbows, just in the forearms, and the whole idea is to stay connected. It really helps to keep that triangle in the golf swing. So they're really challenging. That's a tough one, that one, that's really tiny. Let's see what else we got. We've got a swing extender. That pops, it straps around the arm and pops into the crease of the elbow there, and that stops us collapsing that arm, so it gets us some extension in the swing, some width in the backswing. This one, T-stroke, designed by Andy Gorman, that one. Again, helps us to connect and just rests on the forearms there. So I actually haven't tried this, been sitting in there. It's called a birdie ball. They only fly up to about 40 yards, so they're supposed to fade and draw like a normal golf ball. Towel, definitely, so lots of different drills that I use for the towels. Impact tape, again, I use the spray more often than not, but impact tape is great too. This one is a chip click. So it straps onto the lead forearm there, onto the lead wrist. And the whole idea is if you collapse your wrists, then it clicks. If you don't have one of them, use a spoon. Pop a spoon into the back of your glove and it'll help you to stop collapsing on those chips and scooping the ball up. Strap, so this works similarly to the impact balls. So I strap it around the forearms and gets that connection. So it stops you chicken winging, displaying those elbows out. I like this one. This is from Strixon. It's just an inflatable ball. So blow it up, pops between your knees. So it's really good for that ground force energy drill. So it's just all a case of getting a little bit of a squat happening. We see Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, players like that really use the ground effectively. So that's a super drill for learning how to do that. So that's the bag of tricks. I really do that, carry that everywhere, all of that stuff, except for that birdie ball. I'm not sure about that, if that's going to stay in there. So that's not all. We've got here, we've got, I think you would probably know this as a speed trap. I've used this a little bit, but not a great deal. It's actually really difficult for players to swing in between the 4 posts there. There's a bit of a design flaw. I'd like it to be cut out a little bit more. So I think I'll do a video of that in the future and have a crack at redesigning this so that it can be a little bit more effective. It's good in the backswing and downswing, but there's nothing in just after impact, and that's what I'd really like to see with this. Let's see if I can miss these 4 posts. There we go. Wasn't that hard at all. Glad I didn't take out the camera. So that's really effective for training your plane. You can take 2 of them out to encourage an in to out swing path or an out to in swing path. So depending on what you want to learn to do, hit draws and fades and so on. And I think you can switch it, yeah, you can switch it around for left-handed as well. Smash bag, all right, just filled up with sheets and things like that. Really helpful for improving impact positions, trying to learn to get that shaft forward. Famous water bottle. There's another drill in the corner there. I've got my shag bag there for all my short game practice, filled up with Strixon Z-Star XVs. iPad Pro. All of my swings include video analysis. I use the iPad Pro all the time. Video analysis is great for helping the player understand how they can improve. There's just nothing like that visual feedback. And of course, the old flight scope. Fantastic piece of kit. You can measure anything from swing speed, angle of approach, fade spin, draw spin, ball speed, smash factor, carry distance, the list goes on and on. It measures so many different parameters of what the golf ball does, and it's really accurate. It's a fantastic piece of kit for helping anyone to improve. So If you're keen to have a flight scope session, then give us a shout, come down and we'll pop you on the launch monitor and see how your ball flight is. Over here, this is the plane swing. Very useful in helping players to get some feedback and some feel in the golf swing, especially if you've got some sort of loop over the top move or you're swinging the club on the inside. This really helps you to feel where that ideal and most powerful swing plane will be. And it's adjustable if you feel like it should be a little bit more upright, but it helps everything to get into sync, and it really reduces those big loops in your golf swing to get rid of those. It's weighted as well, this roller, the plane swing, so it's a good training aid for building up that strength and flexibility in the golf swing, as well as getting some feel for the plane of your swing. The orange whip. The orange whip's design is in helping players to improve that kinetic chain. So it's very flexible, so you have to wait for it. And so many golfers are in a rush. So it really helps to develop the ideal kinetic chain, learning how to use that swing from the ground up and waiting for it. We want that speed to happen through the impact area, not in the start of the downswing, which is what a lot of golfers do. So it's really effective in helping to achieve that feeling. And my favorite golf training aids, the tour sticks. They are fantastic. So versatile, not just for alignment, and of course, you should be practicing with tour sticks, alignment aids of some sort for a majority of your practice. The tour pros do it, and you should be as well. So get them out the garage, get them out your boot, and practice. A big majority of your practice needs to be with some alignment aids on the ground. But they're not just useful for that. They are so useful for lots of different drills, used as barriers and incentives. And actually, Steve and I are coming out with a series of videos very soon on how to use your tour sticks for the most effective manner. And there are different ways that you can use them for your short game, your long game, for your putting, and they are our favorite training aids. So there's our wrap up of the different training aids, and we've got others as well, the different weighted clubs and so on, but that's the majority of what we use here at the Golf Academy at Monash. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then smash that like button below. And remember, we'd love to hear, what are your favorite training aids? What's your favorite training aids that really helps you with your game? Comment below, we'd love to hear from you. We look forward to having your company next week. Are you the best golfer you can be?